I'm Derina SS and I'm site supervisor here at Jacinto Head Start. I started with Head Start in 1995 as part of the expansion. I went to Walter, which was a good move. It was really nice. I was there for 3 years. I worked for Suzanne, and Angie was there, but established a lot of really good relationships with some staff back then. So I was there for 3 years at Walter Douglas as a teacher, and I decided I was going to try to be a site supervisor. So then I was sent here at Jacinto, so I've been here ever since. But over the years, just as time has gone by, there just seems to be more and more to do, and things are more specific, more guidelines to follow. So really having to be on top of all that with licensing and performance standards. And the one thing that's been really nice about the change over the years, however, is that I feel that the role has been more inclusive of, and administration has included us in our feedback about what's going on at centers and what's best for staff and children and families. So I really appreciate that part, that we've really been included as part of administration. Pretty much with everything across the board, being in the kitchen or curriculum in the classroom, or health and safety, all those things have become a little bit, it's just more structured, more detailed. We have to really have a keener eye with all of that. And documentation, more and more and more documentation. I know with teaching staff and TSG, really looking at things differently. And being more intentional. I think I heard the other ladies talking about a curriculum back in the day when it was more like theme-based, and it was kind of spelled out for you. You had a guide to go by, and now with the following the lead of the child, it's a little bit more challenging, but it's also very exciting as well. Yeah, it's just amazing. It's just amazing watching the parents from the beginning of the year when you start with them and they're not quite sure and they're kind of cautious sometimes about their interactions with the children, but by the end of the year it's like they've been here forever. They're part of the family. It's just like a big family, and they're very comfortable with you and they're sharing with you, and you know that they've learned a lot. And you know that they're going to continue to support their child, and one thing that we impress upon them is advocacy for their children, and to always be there asking questions about what their child's doing or what their child needs, or why this or why that, or just being that advocate for their child. And so you get to your job, and sometimes days are kind of heavy. And whenever I start feeling that way, I just get up and walk in the classroom and sit and start playing with those kids and listening to their conversations and interacting with them, and then you know why you're here and everything's okay, because that's what it's all about. It's all about those kids.